Hi there, it's Caleb over here, and welcome to the Spoudazo book review podcast. So I happened to visit a friend today. It is an impromptu shoot, and when I came to visit him, I was amazed at his library. Just have a look at his library, and you can realize this is amazing. And this is what I've always been sharing with you guys. Having a library is not even really about something huge like having something that fills your whole room or having just a specific room like for a library. There's that level, but this is just beautiful. You can start with something, and he has very powerful books over here. I think he has even arranged them. So I think over here I can see books by Miles Monroe, like over here, there's books by Miles Monroe. Spirit of Leadership, The Purpose and Power of Authority, Understanding the Purpose and Power of Men, The Glory of Living, God's Big Idea, The Principles and Power of Vision. These are all by Miles Monroe. Living with Purpose, and all other. I can only find one book by Dr. Mike Meadow over here, but going through, I can find some of the most powerful books that have really blessed my life in his library. Some of the books that really changed my life. There's this one small book I found over here. Let me just go down here and share with you guys something. Make Today Count by John C. Maxwell. This book really, I read it in SHS. And I think SHS 2 also. Oh, it really changed my life. It really transformed my life. John C. Maxwell, where he was sharing that a lot of people want to be successful, but he was saying that the secret of your success actually based on what you do daily. I think it's even here. I actually didn't read this before saying it. You may feel that he said the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. I didn't even read. I just blew the book out, and this book really, really transformed my life. I remember I read it way back in SHS. Hey, I read it. I right now just talking about I can picture myself. I remember those times back in the dining hall. Back in my school, I don't want to mention my school. People will come and be giving me agenda. My school just did very well in the NSFQ. I don't want to mention this before they come and say that I'm doing agenda and things. So let's go through some of the powerful books that I can find here. I found another book, Water Trovish. I Love the Girl. I'll share with you guys. We'll do a review on this book another time. But this book is a classic. Hey. Oh, Charlie. You have powerful books here. The Science of Success by Napoleon Hill. The amazing thing about Napoleon Hill's books is that he's the same man that wrote the Think and Grow Rich. And the amazing story of Napoleon Hill is that I think then he shared the story in the Think and Grow Rich. He said then the richest man in America, then Andrew Carnegie, hired him. And then because he was the richest man then, he had access to, most of the richest or rich people in America. And then he because of that access, he gave him the opportunity that he's not going to do any job, but the job that he's going to give him is that he's going to interview most of these people and find out the steps and the strategies that made them successful. And it was from that, he interviewed most of those people and he came out with the Think and Grow Rich. So really rich. So you can find out that he has another book here, The Science of Success. And so most of his books are really based on success strategies, and how to. I can see that he also has the 5 love languages over here. Yes, it's a classic. I think a week or so I just read on a friend's status. He said, I think he happens to be a teacher. He said he went to class also, and then I think he said his students were asking him about the 5 love languages. I was like, what's that? And this book really answers the reason why a lot of people have a lot of challenges in their relationships, because relationships is about loving the person based on how the person feels loved. What you may or what when I do to you, what you consider to be love or what will make you feel loved is not what the other person will necessarily consider to be a loving gesture. Not that the person will not appreciate, but we all have something that when someone does it touches your heart. So this with the 5 love languages, he talks about the various love languages generally, and he went through a lot of research before doing this book. I can see Mountain Moving Faith by Kenneth T. Hagin, another powerful book on faith. I have a copy. The Spirit, Soul and Body by Andrew Womack. The Day I Was Crucified. Wow, I think this should be by Matt. I have not really seen this before. But The Believer's Authority, another very powerful book. The Rules of Work, Richard Templar, the man of rules. Yeah, the rules of work, the rules of management. I think he said the rules of love. Like plenty rules of things. But that's another great book. And then Men's Altar book, By the Future. Yes, this is a very, I think yes, the small one too. Well, if I'm right, but this is a very good book. I think recently I even saw the message on YouTube. I think he also has the message on YouTube, Buying the Future. I think he was talking about, I've not really read it fully, but I've just glanced through it sometime ago. He also has the Rich Dad and Poor Dad, the book that we spoke about in the episode. Yes, I mean you should check out that episode that I spoke to you guys about avoiding postgraduate regrets, the book that every graduate should read. I spoke about Rich Dad and Poor Dad. I shared with you. You know, we've been deceived. We've been deceived greatly. What's the deception? Go to school. When you go to school, you become a doctor, become a lawyer. I mean, like just this weekend, we are all hailing the new lawyers out. Become a doctor, become a lawyer, become this, become that, and we feel that is what will bring us a lot of money. When you read the Read That for that, you get amazed. He shared his story. I mean, I can't go into that. I did a review on that in the previous episode, so you should check that one out. And then, okay, yes, the rules of love. You can see Richard Templar here again, the man of rules. Most of his books are rules of the truth of that. It's a very great book. Then The Rules of Engagement, Syndicry, another classic. Attitude is everything. Like this book is also very powerful. The man teaches on attitude, and I think a similar story is what Miles Monroe shared about in this book, The Spirit of Leadership, where he said that a sheep will lead, a group of lions to war and will fail, but a lion can lead a group of sheep to war, and then they can succeed. And I was saying that it's all based on attitude, the leadership. And so that story is not in this book. I was just relating what Dr. Miles Monroe shared. And I think there was another time he also spoke about attitude, saying that the lion is not necessarily the biggest animal in the jungle. I mean, the buffalo alone is way bigger than the lion, even the elephant. But why is it that we consider the lion to be the king of the jungle? It's all about attitude. So when you are doing something, check it. It may be attitude. And this book, I just remember last Sunday I was talking to a group of people. No, I think last 2 weeks and I was just talking to a group of friends about this book. I remember when I was in undergrad. I mean, those times in undergrad, back in my room, I also used to sell almost all my books. So people would come into my room, they would say, hey, Chad, what's up? Are you opening the library or something? And then one time, some people visited me, and then they saw this. When they saw, they said, hey, what is this book doing here? Like the title is, If Only He Knew What No Woman Can Resist. It's a book on relationships. And he really talks about the longing or the deep things that women wish that men knew. Like a lot of things that women wish that men knew, that a lot of men don't know, especially spiritual brothers. You see that spiritual brothers are not romantic and play Charlie. These are sisters. And then I can find here Recipe for Success. And then yes, quotable quotes. I think I have this one, so I bought it somewhere, most of the quotes. Then his needs and needs. I think recently I shared this book on my status for those of you, yes, who remember. I shared it on my status, his needs and needs, and then building an after-proof marriage. We'll review that another time. Then I can find here A Good Journal by Bishop Dark. And I can also find here Jesus King of Conflict. I've not really seen this book before, but that would be a nice. And then Daughter, You Can Make It. Yes, The Secrets of the Dark Kingdom. That's also another nice. Rediscovering Kingdom Worship. Okay, let's calm down. A Young Man After God's Own. Richard Templar again, The Rules of Life. And then The Purpose Driven Life. If up to now you've not read The Purpose Driven Life, you are missing. I read this book back in SHS. I think SHS 2, SHS 3 years. I think when I was even about to go and write my WASIMEN, I think so. And this book is a classic. It's an amazing book. Hey, by Rick Warren, he really did well. The purpose-driven life. A lot of people are living life. They've not really discovered their purpose. They've not really come out to find out what has God really made me for. What am I cut out for? And the amazing thing about this book is that it's not really a devotional, but he made it like a devotional where you can read you just read a chapter every day so that you can read and meditate on it. And even if you check on YouTube, he has I think he also has the audio versions on YouTube, which really helps. Like when you read it, you can listen to the audio version, and it helps. The Power and Principles of Vision, another classic book on vision, like by Dr. Miles Monroe. Like vision is everything. Like after that, like okay, yeah, let me. I wanted to say something about it, but let me reserve man. I Married You, another classic. I read it back in my undergrad. I think 20. We are now in 2023, and so I think then should be in 2019 there. Like this book is classic. Like Walter Trubbish is the same person that wrote the I Love the Girl. And this book, the amazing thing about this book, he actually did like an expose on the text in Genesis, which says that for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and shall cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. It's like he used real life stories. Like he had to go and preach. He was a missionary. He was a white missionary to Africa. He had to go and preach to, I think some people, I think in Kenya or somewhere. And then he used all those experiences to tell out the story, and he explained living, cleaving, and then becoming a union. Like, I mean, if you are married, I encourage you to, and if you are yet to marry, like you should really read this book, like I Married You by Walter Trubbish. And then the biblical keys of to financial prosperity by Reverend Kenneth Hagin. I think in this book, okay, I think this one is different from the Midas Touch. He also has another book on financial prosperity, which is also called the Midas Touch by Reverend Kenneth Hagin. I mean, if you are looking to understand financial, Charlie, money is good. Don't let anybody tell you that money is. Bible didn't say money is the root of all evil. Bible said the love of money. It didn't say money is the root of it. Is the loving money. That is the root of all evil. So you really need to understand financial prosperity. If you don't understand financial prosperity, you cannot accomplish most of the things that God has called you to do. Because most of the things that we have to do, we are in an economic society, so we have to understand how money works so that we can. So this is just a journey through one of my friends, like Obibini Mapa. Yes, the portrait of success. Charles Heffron. Wow, this is my lecturer. Oh, this is my lecturer at medical school. Wow, Charles Heffron Benjamin. Charlie, you guys should come and see you. Hey, Charlie, this man is smart. He's so smart. Like you can even go online, just type his name, Charles Heffron. You will find his like achievement. Hey, this is one of the best lecturers in University of Ghana Medical School. He's my lecturer in medical school. Wow, I mean, this one I will go show it to you. Oh, that's nice. Portrait of success. Unveiling the right picture of success. This is good. I'm going to check your live view. I think this one I'll go and tell him about it. Wow, let me put this one here. So, The Names of God, Dr. Lester Sumrall, another amazing book where he was saying that one of the ways to really understand God is to I think I'm coming on my friend. Okay. He's trying to show me something.
The same place.
This one?
Go down, yeah.
Okay.
The next book.
This one?
Go down, no, the next book. It's a book you should be looking at. The next book.
Okay. Okay, my friend was trying to lead me to a book that, yes, the richest man in Babylon. I was talking about this in one of the episodes. Yes, the episodes on the books every graduate should read before you come out. Avoiding postgraduate regrets, books that every graduate should read. Charlie, like, look, let me be frank with you. Like, you see, most of the books, I didn't plan this. I just came to visit him and I saw his library. I was like, that's nice. Let me just go to, and I'm finding out. This was one of the books this one I read it in 1100. Yes, I can recall 1100. When I read it, up to now I can remember I was just on my bed. Like, this one of the books that when I read, it's like as those scales were taken off my eyes, literally. Hey, it's about money. It's about, like, you see, the amazing thing though, most of the books on money, they try to use big words, big terms. But this book, the author goes back into Babylon and tries to find out there was the richest man way back in Babylon, how he became rich and all those principles. There's something coming up on The Richest Man in Babylon by Spoudazo. It will come out very soon. You see, then the laws of leadership. the expert on leadership, like John C. Maxwell. If your leader has not read any book by John C. Maxwell, whoa, like yeah, Miss John C. Maxwell is like the expert in leader. He came out with a theory that everything rises and falls on leadership. You know what he did? He went out to visit, I think, most of the big churches in America. I think he did a whole research for about 10 years where he went out to visit most of the big churches in America. And then after he went to check out, he found out that some of the churches it's working, other places don't. I think he also did it with also organizations too. So after his search, and then he came out with this one that, you know, for every place that you go to that things are working, then it was actually because of the leader over there. And that's why I said everything rises and falls on leadership. You know, guys, I think there are so many books here we can talk about over and over again. Like, whoa. Wow, like amazing books. Charlie, you see, I was telling you, you should have friends who read. If you don't have friends who read, yeah. Like, you have so amazing books over here. So that brings us to the end of this impromptu shoot. Just finding out my friend's life. We also have a biography over here by Nelson Mandela. Like, you know, I read one book and the person was saying that what you can learn from one biography is what a 4 years degree program will not even offer you. Yes, he was saying that. I think the book was called How to Focus. Yeah, I think by Jack Canfield also. And he was saying that what one biography can teach you is what a 4-year program will not even give you. A 4-year degree program, because from one biography you can learn so many lessons from a person's life that you'll be amazed you not even get from a 4-year degree program. So imagine if you are reading more than one biography, like I mean, you're a senior person. So I think he also has amazing Bibles over here. Like, I mean, if you're having a library, you should also have a classic, a place for Bibles. Yeah, so I think that brings us to the end of today's podcast. I just wanted to show you guys a friend of mine's library. I just came to visit and I found this library. It's also called Obibini Mapa. He's into artwork. Yes, he's really into artwork. I think he's into everything art. I mean, you guys should watch out for him. One of the biggest artists in Africa coming up. And then Obibini Mapa. I mean, his mantra is, I think, everything Africa, the center on things. And you can, someone who is even into artwork, he's not a doctor per se. As I'm saying, I see reading is not necessarily for it to say, oh, I'm into this particular field. I see because of what he's investing himself in. Even when you see his artworks, you can tell that wow, like he's someone that is broadening his mind for something else. Yes. So I think he has a YouTube page. Yes, I think so. He also has a YouTube page. So you guys should, I'll make his number available if you are really interested in artworks. He has bags, he has very nice bags. I think an example is here. Yes, he has bags and he does all these bags that they do just for themselves. Yes, so beginning mapper, these kind of bags. African he likes, he does it himself. And then he was also into painting. So if you are seeking to create a gallery in your home or something, you should contact him. He'll help you guys out. Alright guys, thank you very much and do enjoy the rest of your day. God be thankful for this. Bye.